Easily recognized by its busy cobblestone streets, charming nightlife, and picturesque River Arno, this Renaissance city itself is an incredible work of art.
So how exactly do they keep it this way? I was able to uncover a really interesting tale about historical preservation, and it all started after I asked myself the question.
Yeah, but why are all the shutters green? Florence is home to almost 1/3 of the world's artistic treasures, so it really doesn't come at much of a surprise that in 2006, Florence was declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. For those who don't know, UNESCO is an organization which designates World Heritage Sites across the globe in order to protect and preserve the world's most important cultural landmarks. UNESCO's management plan for Florence mostly concerns the city center, so roughly about this area here. And if you happen to live in this area, you have to follow a pretty specific set of rules. It's one of these rules that says that you can only paint your window shutters the traditional colors of Florence, so either green, gray, or brown. This is Luca, a professor at my university in Florence, as well as a former amministratore di condominio, or building administrator. For over a decade, he volunteered as his building's appointed manager and was in charge of making sure he and his fellow neighbors adhered to UNESCO's management code.
You know that Florence is a UNESCO place. It has the city center is a World Heritage place. So there are strict rules. For instance, if you want to paint persiane, the shutter, red, forbidden. You can't. It's against the law because it's against the traditional way that Florence paint shutters.
And if you do break the rules, it can get pretty expensive. Lucas says that if you get caught, even the police have to get involved.
Actually, once we caught one of neighbors in the building where I was a minister, and we said, what did you do? This is illegal. So there was the police coming and saying, fine, now you put the fine and you put back as it was before.
Okay, so that explains why shutters are painted green nowadays. But I was still kind of curious as to why they were painted green in the first place.
And it turns out that the infamous Florentine green has a little less to do with aesthetics as it does with mosquitoes.
Unfortunately for the ancient Italians, vape and other mosquito repellents weren't yet created.
So in an effort to fight off the bugs, they painted their shutters green. And this was because in the 18th century, one of the main ingredients in green paint was arsenic.
Of course, by the time the paint dried, the poison didn't actually work. But even so, it was still strongly believed that by painting your shutters green, it could help keep the bugs out.
Nowadays, of course, arsenic is no longer used to make green paint. But Florentines still make it a point to upkeep the traditional color. Among the locals living here today, there is occasionally debate as to whether these rules are a good thing or not. And as Luca puts it simply,
when you have rules, you think always why. But of course, if you live in a place, you have always to agree with other on a basic, you have to have a basic agreement on something. That's why we have rules.
And he makes a good point. No matter where you may live, there's always going to be rules that you have to follow.
But if you're interested in painting your shutters purple, well, I wouldn't recommend trying it here. Okay, so I had a lot of fun making this video and I hope you had fun watching. I have to give a big thanks to Luca and Elena for their help, and a huge shout out to Jennifer and Donatella for their support. Also to my roommate Riley for letting me borrow her equipment. Go ahead and hit that big old red subscribe button for me, and then you can catch it on the next time that I ask, yeah, but why?